Hello guys, welcome back to TechFlow tutorials. Whether you want to apply glow effect on text, icon, image or any video clip, I have covered all this in the video, so let's dive straight in. So we'll first learn how to make the text flow. So for this, select the text tool and type any text. Press escape key, then V to select the text and adjust its position. Then go to the effects tab, and if it is not showing, then press Shift+7 on your keyboard to activate it, and in the search bar type VR glow and drag it on the text. Then go to the effects control panel, and again if it is not showing, press Shift+5 on your keyboard to activate it. Here under the VR glow option, decrease the luma threshold to somewhere around 0.50 and increase the glow brightness to somewhere around 7, and see the text is glowing. Or you can also play with these options to adjust more according to the scene you are working on. Now we will learn how to apply the new glow text effect. So first, select the type tool and click on the program monitor to type a text. Press escape key, then V to go back to selection tool. You can customize its font size, font, alignment, fill color, stroke color. Stroke density as you need. Now make 2 copies of this layer by pressing Options or Alt on Windows. Now go to the Effects tab and search for Gaussian Blur and drag and drop it on both the copied layers. Now select the first copied layer and head over to the Effects control panel, and under the Gaussian Blur option, increase the blurriness to somewhere around 150. Now select the top layer and again head over to the Effects control panel and increase the blurriness to somewhere around 50. Now select both these duplicate layers and right click and then click on Nest and give it a name and click on OK. Now select the razor tool by pressing C on your keyboard and make some random cuts on this nested layer. Now press V to go back to the selection tool and delete the alternate clips. Now make a cut on the original layer where you want to end this effect. Now press V to go back to selection tool and select the left part of this original layer and go back to properties panel and uncheck fill option, as we only want a stroke in this area, and decrease the opacity to somewhere around 50%. This is how you can create the neon glow text effect in Premiere Pro. Now moving on to the second part, here we will learn how to make any icon glow. So first, drag the icon on the timeline. Now press Options or Alt on the Windows and drag this layer to make a duplicate layer. Now go to the Effects tab and search Gaussian Blur and drag it onto the original layer. Now head over to the Effects control panel and under the Gaussian Blur, increase the blurriness until you achieve the desired result. Second method. First, drag the icon onto the timeline, then select the rectangle tool, then draw the rectangle slightly bigger than the shape. You can change the color of this shape by going onto the properties section under appearance option as per your like. Now drag the icon layer one layer above the shape layer. Now go to the effects control panel and search Gaussian Blur and drag it onto the shape layer. Now head over to the control panel and under Gaussian Blur, increase the blurriness to achieve the desired result, and you are done. Now we will learn how to make any icon shine. So first, drag the icon onto the layer, and if it is bigger, change its scale to your comfortable size. Now go to the Effects tab and search for lighting effects and drag it onto the icon. Now head over to the effects control panel and increase the ambience intensity to somewhere around 100. Now under the lighting effects tab, click on the rectangle and drag this rectangle to the left side and make a bigger rectangle by stretching it. Now coming back to the effects control panel, click on the stopwatch beside the mask bar to make a keyframe, and now click on the mask one to reveal the mask. Now drag this slider till the point you want to end this effect. Now drag the marker to the right side. Play and see the icon is shining. And this is how you can make shine effect on any image or icon. Now we will learn how to make an image glow. First import the image on the timeline and make a duplicate. Now go to the Effects tab and search for Luma key and drag it onto the image. Now search for Gaussian blur and drag it onto the image as well. Now head over to Effects Control panel. Under the Gaussian blur, increase the blurriness to the desired result. Now under Luma key, decrease the threshold to somewhere around 40 and under the opacity option, change the blend mode to screen and you are done. Second method, import the image on the timeline, then go to the Effects tab and search Alpha Glow and drag it on the image. Now head over to the Effects Control panel and change its intensity. You can also change the start color and end color if you want. And this is how you can glow using Alpha Glow method. Now we learn how to make swift effect in video. So first drag the video on the timeline and then make a duplicate. Now head over to the Effects Control panel and change the blend mode to screen. Now go to the Effects tab and search Find Edge and drag it onto the layer. Now in the Effects Control panel, check this invert option. Now again come back to the Effects tab and search for Turbulent Display. Drag it onto the video. Now head over to Effects Control panel and change its amount to somewhere around 90 and its size to somewhere around 50. Now again come back to the Effects Control panel and search for VR Glow and drag it onto the layer. Now again head over to the Effects Control panel and reduce the Luma threshold to somewhere around 0.20 and glow radius to somewhere around 20 and increase the brightness to around 5. Now check the tint color option and select the color you want to use as an effect. Now again come back to the Effects tab and search for Extract and drag it onto the layer. Now head over to the Effects Control panel and click on the Extract layer and drag it to the topmost position. Now make these values to 0. Now move to the frame from where you want the effect to start and click on the stopwatch icon beside the white input level and then move the frame ahead till the level you want to end the effect and change the white input level to 100. Now we have to change the values of these keyframes. So first keyframe, make this ease out and the second keyframe to ease in to make the smooth effect. Now change the blend mode to screen and play the video. You can also add Gaussian blur if you want. And you are done. To learn more, you need to do two things. First, experiment with this effect and try each effect on different things and manipulate the values. And second, subscribe the channel to stay up to date with the latest contents. Thank you for watching.